Good morning, Karel. Thank you for being here with us today. From your point of view, will the European Union survive? Are we currently drifting away from each other, or will we manage the serious challenges that we are facing right now?
Honestly, very optimistic. If I see what this European Union has done over the last certainly 3 years, which were big crises, COVID and now the war in Ukraine, these are huge crises. And if we see how many things we've managed to do together, which were not supposed to be EU competences, think about healthcare, which is not an EU competence, think about defense and security, which is not an EU competence, but we did it all together. And some people say there are divisions, there are always divisions, and the media is exploiting this all the time and telling this, but you have to look at intrinsically what is happening, and we see we're making big steps forwards. I see a union which has become much stronger, personally, over the last 4 years.
What are the most urgent topics in 2024 besides the elections? And could you specify some points regarding the construction equipment industry, please?
2024 will of course be the elections, but everything around the elections is to convince public opinion of what I just said. Let's say how important it is to have a fully functioning European Union, and to say to citizens, think about whom you elect, but think also not only about whom you elect, but how important it is to have a European Union. It's not only your national or regional form of parliamentary democracy which is important, it's also the European one which is extremely important, because this is why you have a say in what is mattering for you. But in addition, you will have to think in 2024 about the priorities for the Commission for the next 5 years, which are extremely important. And I see one very important item, which is the reconstruction of Ukraine. Let's hope, this war will stop one day, because for all of us Europeans, it is a big burden, for us every day to hear these stories, like the stories from Israel as well these days. But reconstructing Ukraine will be a big exercise, and certainly for the construction industry could be, sorry to say, a big win, because there is a huge demand there for construction and for construction equipment. Because there is a lot to be done in Ukraine, and it's not only Europeans who are watching this, it's also Americans which are watching this. So there will be competition for this. I would say, certainly for your sector, that's the most important thing.
What role can CC play in this process as representative of 13 national associations with 1,200 European member companies?
You can try to play a positive and constructive role to bring kind of a consensus amongst your members to say, look, that's what we want to do, or that's what the EU should do, which is not a private sector competence, which is a public sector competence, or taking an attitude towards saying, look, we support what the EU wants to do in Ukraine. We made a calculation, 18 billion a year now, for preparing Ukraine to become a member of the EU, to be supportive of these things, but then also to see what will be the role of the construction sector in this.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Pleasure. Thank you.